fragrances that leave intoxicating scent trails. So you're looking for fragrances that are powerful, you know, they leave the trail of the scent behind you wherever you go. So you get that you fill up the room basically with your scent. And I've picked out a few that will do just that. They do it quite well. And as always, all the fragrances that I mentioned will be available in the Amazon associate links down in the description below. Now, I'm going to start with a classic. I mean, kind of the classic of the classic, which is Youth Dew from Estee Lauder. This is 1953 is when it came out. Vintage, definitely. But I still say it holds up in the modern market. It is a phenomenal, spicy, musky, just super heavy type of fragrance. So this is not for the faint of heart. You know, if you're used to the light florals, something sweet and, you know, light and simple, this is not for you. This is hardcore, spicy, musky, resinous, incensey, you know, all the heavy notes. This, just in general, because it's so strong, leaves a phenomenal scent trail. And it's not just like a spice bomb or anything. It is balanced out with some very nice vanilla notes, some florals, there's some roses in there. In general, it's really, really nice, just really, really strong as well. So watch out for that. But it just smells great. If you're into those, you know, really heavy fragrances, this is for you. Longevity is at least 8 hours. You know, you're not messing around with this one. And it's just a classic feminine staple. Women have been using this for decades, literally. And I mean, it's just nice. I wear this quite often, especially in the winter like it is now. Definitely a cold weather scent because of how heavy and warm it is. But yeah, the scent trail on this is phenomenal. It's just super strong. Definitely will fill up a room if you use too much. But moving on to something a little bit smoother. You know, if you're not into that super heavy sort of thing, I would say Eternity by Calvin Klein. This is really nice if you're looking for a white floral type of fragrance, very light, very natural, on the sweeter side. So this is almost entirely florals, just different kinds, mostly white florals, I would say. But in general, it has a nice bit of sweetness. Very well balanced, very light, kind of clean linen, springtime-esque. At the same time, despite all the light notes that it still has really good staying power and a really good scent trail. I would say it's actually pretty similar to Red Door by Elizabeth Arden, which is also a surprisingly strong floral fragrance. Both have pretty good scent trails, actually, but this is definitely one that really sticks around. Now, for some, it is a little bit too sweet. I would say it's pretty balanced in terms of sweetness. It has more of a natural floral sweetness to it. Nothing crazy. It's not sugary sweet or anything. So definitely good if you prefer something lighter, more floral, more feminine, you know, just simple. But going back to something a little bit more similar to Youth Dew, which is also a classic, this is Obsession from Calvin Klein. Completely the opposite of the Calvin Klein Eternity. This is hardcore, animalistic, woodsy, and ambery. This is arguably as strong as Youth Dew. Youth Dew, difference, I would say Youth Dew is spicier. Obsession is more on the musky, animalistic, civet side of things. This is, this was the women's fragrance in the 80s. It was super strong. It's still super strong. I believe it has been reformulated, so probably not as good as the original, but I would say it's still pretty good. It's longevity, again, super powered, minimum 8 hours, and it's just nice. It has the woodsy notes mixed with the civet, mixed with the this and that, the amber. Overall, very powerful. You don't need to put on a lot. Really good scent trail just because it's so strong on its own. And just in general, the performance is through the roof. Again, you don't need to put on a lot for this, just a few spritzes and you're good to go. You will definitely fill up the room and get attention with this one. Now, the next one is way more modern compared to these ones, which is Amouage Jubilation 25 for women. So this is something I've discovered more recently. This is primarily something that's floral, but also has some kind of heavy resinous notes like amber and myrrh and things like that. So you're blending the best of both worlds. You're getting the nice florals and you're getting the really heavy kind of incensey, ambery sort of stuff. When you cross those, it's really, really good. This is not quite as strong, I guess, in terms of projection as, say, Obsession or Youth do. This is a little bit more on the subtle side, but not too subtle, you know, more moderate. Still a really nice scent trail, just on the, again, more subtle side, smoother side. But this is a very natural scent, so if you're looking for some very natural florals mixed with, you know, that earthy, resinous type of scent, this is definitely going to do it quite well. Longevity on this, a little bit less, probably about 5 hours to 6 hours. But the smell alone is really, really nice. I would say it has more of a classic scent to it. It's kind of similar to Chanel No. 5, which I quite like. Some people might not like that. It isn't an exact replica, obviously, of Chanel No. 5, but it does have some similarities in how it balances the florals with the heavier, more earthy types of notes. Now, the last one that I think is a really great projector, has a really good scent trail, is Red Tobacco from Montserrat. So I'm a big fan of tobacco fragrances, and I think this does tobacco really, really well. It's just a really nice mix between the tobacco and the vanilla note that it has. And there are some other notes, obviously, but when I smell it, those are the two main things that kind of dance back and forth, tobacco and vanilla. This is a really strong fragrance, much stronger than you would expect. It really clings to your skin. So it is definitely on the sweeter side, and the tobacco is not super powered. It's not too harsh or crazy or anything. Very nicely balanced. This is nice for those who want something less heavy and rough and rugged, and more something on the sweeter side that still has some of that warmth from, you know, to the tobacco and stuff like that. But again, scent trail on this, really, really good, really powerful scent, just overall. But that is pretty much my list for fragrances that have really, really intoxicating scent trails. So hopefully you found this video helpful, and if you did, of course, leave a like, maybe subscribe, and I make videos throughout the week, so stick around for those.